Well, right now there may be another shakeup underway in the race for the White House. More than 20 million people tuning into the Republican debates this week. The CNN moderator focused many of the questions on Donald Trump, the frontrunner. But new data shows the public's interest in Trump may be starting to wane. With more on this, let's bring in Judith Miller, Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter, author, and Fox News contributor. Lynn Sweet is also with us, Washington bureau chief for the Chicago Sun-Times. Welcome to both of you.
Hi, John. Hi, John.
August 6th was apparently the day that Donald Trump got the most media mentions in headlines and news reports and so forth. He is way down from that since then. Lynn, are the media turning on Donald Trump?
I think the media is reporting on Donald Trump's own mistakes and missteps and miscalculations in his run for president. And that's where the story is now. And John and Judy, that's what reporters are supposed to do on the campaign trail. Check if what he says is right. And if he says things that is provocative, insulting, or patronizing, we report it. And one other thing as we get into this, the first round of Trump mania was very reasonable, almost over-the-top coverage of him because he was a new candidate who had an enormous amount of traction. But when he has nothing new to say, when he can't demonstrate that he has any substance behind his style, well, media's going to write about it and cover it.
Well, he has been a media fixture for a couple of decades, especially in New York, where he bases his business, Judy. Is that why he has been getting so much coverage up till now?
Well, I think that's part of it. He is a genius at attracting attention and at getting free publicity for himself. As he told Fox News, he doesn't have to spend any money, he told Maria Bartiromo, because, in fact, we're giving him all this free publicity. Look, I think that people who cover politics have their views. Some of them are open about them, some of them are not. But I think it kind of breaks down this way, John and Lynn. Conservatives suspect that deep down Donald Trump is actually a liberal, that he's not one of them. And liberals don't like him because he's the epitome of everything they dislike about sudden discovery of issues like immigration. But finally, the people who cover politics think it's serious. And they don't like to see a reality TV star hog the limelight and, as Peggy Noonan said, make politics a reality TV sport.
So many of the questions the other night, Lynn, were, revolved around Donald Trump. It was asking other candidates to say, well, Donald Trump says he would raise taxes. What do you think about that? Is that the appropriate way to run that kind of a forum?
Well, I think when you have a debate, this isn't like Moses came down from the mount and said, here are the commandments for how you do a debate. Fox had its way, CNN had its way. Frankly, if Judy and I were running the debate, we might even do it differently. Okay? But I think whoever is the front runner has to answer. I think that's a standard. Go ask the front runner and give them the respect of being taken seriously. In a 3-hour debate, I think everything gets evened out. What an amount of time to watch, even with the unwieldy 11 people on stage. So I think that the front-loading of Trump is, maybe it was a little good show business calculation, too, because we didn't want to see him. So I think everything leveled out in the end. And if somebody really want to say something, there was plenty of time to try and elbow your way in.
It seemed to be a less combative Donald Trump on stage. Is that by design, Judy? Is he trying to mellow his message and maybe win new fans thereby?
Well, I think he is, and he's very good at reading the public and understanding when the bloom is off the rose. I mean, look, he's now resorting to things like arranging meetings with Vladimir Putin in New York at the UN in order to continue to attract attention. You're going to see that again and again. But the issue is, as Lynn mentioned, as long as he won't come clean about his policies, where he stands, what his specifics are, it's hard for people and frustrating for reporters to take him seriously. And that's what I think you're seeing a lot of us react to.
And as I mentioned earlier, he is not getting the kind of media mentions that he was just a couple of weeks ago.
Despite CNN's 44% of the questions directed mentioning him.
Yeah.
44%.
Interesting.
Well, one thing is, if your whole campaign is predicated on being the front runner, you know, I could be president because I'm #1 in the polls, then what do you say when you become #2 or 3 in the polls?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. He's still out there in front. Judy Miller, Lynn Sweet, thank you both.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.